What is up, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be reacting to Marvel movies that got canceled that we should know of. So there are, of course, a lot of Marvel movies that got canceled. We're going to look at the top, I believe, 8, and we'll see why they got canceled and if they deserved it. I think it's 8 or 12, probably 12, I hope. But yeah, so we're gonna listen to the description of the video, and then I'm gonna give you my feedback on like if I would like the video or not. If you enjoyed the video so far, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit post notifications. Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Spider-Man 4, 2010. After Spider-Man 3 hit theaters in 2007, Sam Raimi was determined to go all out with Spider-Man 4. It was slated for release on May 6, 2011, with Tobey Maguire returning as Peter Parker and John Malkovich rumored to play the Vulture. Storyboards even showed Spidey battling Mysterio, possibly portrayed by Bruce Campbell. But creative disagreements between Raimi and Sony, alongside tight deadlines, caused endless script rewrites. By 2010, Raimi officially walked away, saying he couldn't meet the studio's release window without compromising quality. That same year, Sony pulled the plug and rebooted with Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man.
I like The Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, I like The Amazing Spider-Man. I like Andrew Garfield. He might be.
The Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Alright, so I'll give our feedback on Spider-Man 4. I think Spider-Man 4 would be pretty cool. I really like The Amazing Spider-Man though. It's such a good movie. So is TASM 2. Both are such great movies, but I would have loved to see Spider-Man 4. I mean, I probably wouldn't be, I wouldn't hardly been alive, you know. But I would have loved to see it growing up. But it just seemed like such a good concept, I just couldn't figure it out. And, you know, it would have been cool, but I think we deserve to get The Amazing Spider-Man. Maybe The Amazing Spider-Man wasn't as good as Spider-Man 4 could have been, but it was still something. So let's head on to The Amazing Spider-Man 3.
2015. Sony have massive plans for Andrew Garfield. The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was set for 2016, and Part 4 was already penciled in for 2018. The sequel would have introduced Rhino's return, Black Cat, and Gwen Stacy's resurrection as Ghost Spider. But then came the infamous Sony email leaks and Garfield's absence from a press event in Brazil, which reportedly infuriated executives. The fallout, the franchise was abruptly cancelled in early 2015, and Sony struck a deal with Marvel Studios to reboot Spider-Man into the MCU. What was supposed to be Garfield's redemption arc became Tom Holland's debut instead.
It's Andrew Garfield playing Spider-Man again. Yeah. You almost got me. No.
They're all good.
I'm not. Crying out loud.
X-Men Origins, Magneto, 2009.
Feedback on The Amazing Spider-Man 3. That would have been pretty cool to see. I think it'd be a pretty interesting film. Maybe TASM 2 just wasn't the greatest. They tried to fit too much, and that's why it's kind of lackluster at times, but I still like the film, you know? But, yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool, but, you know, sometimes change is better, and I think Tom Holland was a good change, and I think that's what we should go for. Next up, X-Men Origins Magneto. Here we go.
Announced in 2006, X-Men Origins Magneto was meant to explore Eric Lensher's Holocaust past and transformation into Marvel's most complex villain. Blade screenwriter David S. Goyer was set to direct. The film would have opened with young Magneto in a concentration camp, showing how his powers awaken amidst tragedy. But when X-Men Origins Wolverine underperformed in 2009, Fox merged Magneto's script into X-Men First Class 2011. Michael Fassbender's portrayal was incredible, but a standalone Magneto's story could have been one of Marvel's darkest masterpieces.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool for a Magneto film. I don't really care too much about Magneto.
Merci.
Daredevil 2, 2010.
So yeah, I think that one would have been pretty cool to have, but of course, I do like First Class as well. First Class is a really good film. And I think that his storyline was good enough in there, and I think, you know, film, it could have been needed, but like, they don't really have like a Professor X movie. We don't really. Charles Xavier, we don't really have a film for him. I mean, you can count that as First Class, but you know, he doesn't have like the most backstory movie, so I don't know if Magneto would really deserve one too. But I think it would be pretty cool. I would have watched it, But on to Daredevil 2. Here we go.
And following Ben Affleck's 2003 Daredevil, Fox wanted a sequel that leaned more into the grit and moral conflict of Hell's Kitchen. In 2011, Twilight Eclipse director David Slade was tapped to reboot the franchise with a darker tone, and later, filmmaker Joe Carnahan proposed a 1970s-style Daredevil trilogy inspired by punk and noir aesthetics. Sadly, time ran out. By late 2012, Fox lost the film rights, and Marvel reclaimed Daredevil, eventually reimagining him for Netflix. Still, fans imagine what Affleck's gritty sequel could have been, long before he donned another cowl as Batman.
My hands! You took away my hands. I think Daredevil 2 would have been pretty cool.
The Incredible Hulk 2, 2009.
So my feedback on Daredevil 2, I think it would have been an interesting film. Maybe it wouldn't be the best because, of course, we got the election film, which wasn't horrible, but I liked it. It was okay. But, sometimes change is good, and maybe the new Matt Murdock that we got was way better. And I think maybe he was, and that's all I gotta say really about the film. I think it would have been interesting, but, we don't always need a sequel, of course. But The Incredible Hulk 2, here we go.
After The Incredible Hulk in 2008, Edward Norton had ideas for a psychological sequel that explored Bruce Banner's internal war with the monster. He even co-wrote parts of the first script, envisioning a darker tone like The Dark Knight, but clashes with Marvel over creative control, and the studio's decision to recast Hulk as Mark Ruffalo in 2010 ended Norton's run. Add to that Universal Pictures distribution rights, and the chances for Hulk 2 vanished completely.
But when you did the Hulk, were you worried about that?
A little bit.
Was there any hesitation? Because I was surprised when you did that. I was like, this is an interesting choice.
As is evident, I got more worried about it. I was very interested because I loved it. I'm not like snobby about. I loved those like comics.
Gambit, 2014.
The Incredible Hulk 2, that would have been pretty good, I think. I'm not the biggest fan of The Incredible Hulk. I don't think really anybody is, unless you're a Hulk super fan. That's all you really got besides Ragnarok. But, I think it would have been a good movie, but maybe just not the one we needed right now. And, sometimes change is better. Maybe Mark Ruffalo is better. I know we probably won't ever get a new Hulk film, but maybe that would have been pretty cool, but, at least couldn't get forward with it. But next up, Gambit 2014. Here we go.
Announced in 2014, Gambit was supposed to star Channing Tatum as the charming mutant thief. Directed by Rupert Wyatt from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, filming was delayed multiple times due to rewrites and directional shakeups. Doug Liman and Gore Verbinski both joined and left the project. By 2019, Disney's acquisition of Fox officially killed it. Tatum later confessed he was heartbroken, saying he'd watched every X-Men movie since, but couldn't bring himself to see Logan because it hurt too much.
I'm super hyped about it. I would say we're gonna try to kind of do something maybe a little bit.
I like him in that show. Ad break. Hey guys, so after the video, after the ad, I lost all my footage unfortunately, but I will do a part 2 of the video and I will do much more by the creator. Shout out to him. I will put his YouTube name in the comments. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I enjoyed making it with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.